Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. Notification bell, share, like. Go to the links below in the description of the video. This is a weekly reading from Isis Oracle deck with using the let's see here, let me read it. Golden Sun of Horus spread. So this is just the astrology chart layout, planetary alignments and stuff used. So this is just going to reflect how those energies are affecting us for a week with the alignments. So it says here, this is a deep and detailed layout for insight into a specific problem or issue and to obtain guidance on what to do, to heal it, or not to do. It is called the Golden Sun of Horus because it will shine bright light onto your issue, leaving nothing undiscovered if you are willing to keep your heart open and receive the guidance sought. It is for situations that you want to delve deeply into for understanding and resolution. Simply think of your issue, state it out loud, ask for unconditional love to assist you in resolution, and shuffle the cards. Then draw your cards and place them in the order below. Read the oracle explanation for each of the cards, and then you draw, keeping in mind the description of each position in the layout as you read the explanation. This will help you interpret your reading. You may also gaze at the card and let the image or key parts of the images speak to you. Tune into your heart wisdom as you read and let your intuition run right. If you follow these guidelines, there is no wrong way to read the oracle. So, think of your issue, state it aloud, ask for unconditional love, assist you in resolution, then draw your cards and place them in the order below. Alright. So the first card is the issue at hand at the deepest spiritual level for the week of February 5th to February 12th. The card that you draw will reveal deep core matter at hand. It may not be what you thought. Then again, it may be exactly what you knew it to be. The issue at hand, the deepest spiritual level for humanity, for the week of February 5th through February 12th, 2020. Temple of Black Obsidian. Temple of Black Obsidian. Says here, the Dark Healing Chamber. Beloved, initiate. The most challenging task is not to confront an external enemy, but to take courage in both hands and journey within, to meet our own dark self and begin the healing task of bringing love, acceptance, and light to it. That it is the sacred purpose of any enemy, within or without, to bring us more deeply into our own being as we seek to find and heal the darkness within. The Temple of Black Obsidian is a ruthlessly honest place of raw love and healing. Truly profound and lasting, deep relief and transformation can occur here. Black Obsidian is protective and revealing. It will prevent harm from external and internal forces, but it will also reveal that which has been lurking in the shadows of thyself, or the self. Trying to avoid being brought out into the open for fear of condemnation. The biggest challenge we face is entering the temple of black obsidian is our own unwillingness to love and accept all parts of us. The initiate who is invited to enter the temple of black obsidian enters it into his or her own shadow, the part of us that is hidden from our own awareness and is usually only experienced in relationship to others, quite often as projection. Lady Isis, as the dark priestess of the temple of black obsidian, invites you now to confront the parts of you, of your own ego, that you have denied previously. Why? Because in doing so you will gain more freedom, come to know yourself more wholly, and you will find that life experiences, opportunities, relationships, and breakthroughs that have not been able to reach will suddenly become available to you. The dark chamber always leads to the light chamber. But one cannot avoid the initiation of the temple of black obsidian on the pathway to more light. Isis will assist you in preparing for this journey by encouraging you to not allow yourself to become your own worst enemy. Most of the fear we have before the dark chamber of healing is the fear of our own self-criticism and rejection. Isis declares that readiness for the dark chamber requires a willingness to exercise non-judgment, compassion, and a readiness to accept the self in all expressions. To safely enter the dark chamber and be healed, you must be prepared to give yourself love unconditionally. You must be able to recognize judgments that you hold towards yourself not as truths but as old patterning. This is why the successful initiation of the dark chamber is a truly advanced stage of soul development. The heart has become willing to love unconditionally, and the initiate must be able to witness feelings that arise with kindness and acceptance, but not fall into them, overwhelmed, crushed, or deflated by any darkness found within. It is worth the challenge because finding peace from pain, self-criticism, self-doubt, fear, and self-judgment through healing in this temple is a gift beyond measure. Ritual to enter the dark healing chamber. Find a peaceful, quiet place to lie down and rest, or sit comfortably where you will not be disturbed and can close your eyes and focus on your breath, taking your awareness inside. Become aware of a vast, open, dark space within you, reaching high and wide and filled with a sense of peace. Within that dark space, you become aware of a beautiful winged goddess in a long white robe with a solar headpiece and a crescent moon on her forehead. Her neck and arms are piled with jewelry made of black obsidian which gleams in the darkness, reflecting the light of her aura and white robe, signifying her great inner sight and wisdom. She gazes at you thoughtfully and then directs your awareness to a great temple in the distance, as if an invitation. If you wish to remain with her here, simply receive her blessed presence into your heart. Rest until you feel ready and then open your eyes. If you wish to continue, follow the remainder of the ritual guided here. If you wish to proceed to the temple, you will be instantly taken there with her now. At the temple entrance there is a small antechamber, and as you step inside, you see that it is lined with rose quartz in soft pink, cool shades. The Lady Isis in her white robe is with you. She suggests that you take as much as this endless love energy that fills the antechamber of rose quartz into your being as you can. It will support you in the temple of black obsidian that lies deeper within the temple complex. You can do this by allowing it to penetrate your heart until you are as full as you can be. The lady also offers you a small golden bottle, which she has filled with the pure love energy. You can choose to take her gift with you into the dark chamber. Feel the love in your heart and say aloud, I am filled with love unconditional now, and I commit to love, honor, and accept myself no matter what I see. I am human, light, and dark, and I have been all things. I love all things, and I know that I am none of those things. I am a divine soul. I love, forgive, trust, and rescue myself from criticism now. Through my own free will as a sovereign being of light, so be it. She steps back from the entrance of the temple, and you step through it, entering into a dark chamber paved completely with gleaming black obsidian. The energy within the chamber is neutral, and the darkness of the volcanic glass reflects you at all angles and surfaces. You sit quietly in the center of the temple and become aware of the softness of the rose quartz energy that exists in your heart. You may see, sense, or feel all parts of you reflected in this dark chamber. You can become aware of yourself in totality. What is your feeling of this? Is it peaceful, confronting, frightened, or loving, or a combination of these feelings? If you can, send the love in your heart, the rose quartz energy in all directions, gently touching every surface of the chamber that reflects you back to yourself. If you begin to feel fear, hate, panic, or rejection, send more love, and if you find it difficult to do this, imagine drinking the gift in the bottle from Lady Isis, the strong love that she gives to you, which will conquer any fear. If you choose to withdraw from the temple at any time, if the process becomes too intense, Isis will guide you back through the rose quartz antechamber and back with love to your heart, honoring your boundaries and your needs. If you choose to remain in the dark chamber after some time, as you become peaceful in this space, it will open up like a pyramid unfolding from the inside, and you can step out of the top of it whole and replenished. Lady Isis greets you and offers you another gift, a blessing of pure golden light in your heart. Be aware of your heart and your breath, acknowledging that you have done well. Return to your body now, fully. When you are ready, just open your eyes. Incantation of the Temple of Black Obsidian. You can say this incantation at any time you need help in managing a difficult situation that seems to be about another or about an issue within you that is not completely clear. I call upon the Temple of Obsidian Black. I call on the love of Isis so strong, stronger than any judgment or attack. It heals and makes whole any past wrong. I now choose to see the truth of my being whole. I see how in this pain I played a role. I choose to let pain of judgment be released. I choose to love and accept with deep peace. Transformation and healing now come to me. I love all parts of being infinite and free. The next card, the spiritual lesson that you have been learning up until now in relation to the core issue. This will help you put your past experiences, struggles, or triumphs into perspective with this issue. What is the spiritual lesson that humanity has been learning up until now in relation to the core issue? And for the week of February 5th through February 12th of 2020. Cartouche, divine names of power. Lady Isis initiates you now into her special mysteries. The use of sacred intonations. The words that you speak are rapidly gaining power. To benefit from this power rather than be undermined or held back by it, practice thoughtful speech and clear your heart of old unforgiveness, which can poison your words unintentionally. As your heart grows in purity, you will be able to speak with spiritual authority, and what you speak will come into being more swiftly and obviously. Isis is initiating you as a master healer in her sacred tradition or divine names of power. You're being initiated into the divine healing tradition of Isis herself. Isis works through divine names of power. These are sacred words of strength, magic, and power to create healing from a place of compassion and devotion to love. She honors that which is worthy of protection and uses endless determination, combined with her skill of speaking words of power to cause life to thrive, and that which is not worthy of cultivation, which would not serve life, to dissipate and decline. Divine names of power are the mantras, sounds, and names of the divine in all traditions. Isis will bring her name to begin, offered to you as a sacred gift to be worked with as a mantra of protection. a feminine grace and divinity and healing. You can use her name as she instructs you to do so in the ritual below. A word, phrase, or mantra that is given through initiation is like a light bulb that has been plugged into a lamp. The initiation switches the power on, and the use of the word by the initiate is like the lamp shining its light. If you have been interested in using your voice in some way for writing, singing, healing, speaking, or becoming a spokesperson for a particular cause that resonates with your heart, this oracle of the cartouche brings guidance that Lady Isis honors your desire, encourages you to explore, and shall protect your process. If you have drawn this oracle of the cartouche along with the oracle of the ancient power mysteries, you are guided to more seriously explore sound, healing, and mantra as part of your own path. And if you are a healer, you are strongly encouraged to explore these healing arts as a way to unfold your own spiritual talents and perhaps incorporate these techniques into your healing practice in a way that feels true for you. The oracle of the cartouche reminds you that invoking the power of speech and word for your strength, protection, and spiritual growth will work effectively for you. Sometimes thinking and saying no is the most powerful word you can say to honor personal choice and to create a safe boundary for yourself. Sometimes affirming in thought and speech, I choose to see the divine within this person, place, or situation, is another way to cut through drama and use the power of word and thought and spoken expression to create powerful healing. Choose to use your words with wisdom and pure intention, keeping in mind that with more power comes more karmic responsibility, and therefore always surrendering to the greater good and unconditional love is a good idea. With this approach, your gifts will grow strong, and its effect, intentional and unintentional, will be as spiritually clean and helpful as possible. You will become a greater force of love, peace, and power on this planet. The oracle of the cartouche also suggests that you discern the effect upon you of the company you are keeping energetically and physically. Sometimes the thoughts and words of others, their vibration, can enhance you or leave you feeling depleted or drained. If you are drawn into negative speaking in order to bond or fit in with others, you are asked if it is worth it for the effect it has on your own vibration. You can use words of power to cleanse any cords or contracts that would lower your vibration into a fearful place in order to come back to love, to help you stay true to yourself and perhaps even inspire others to think or speak more positively when they are around you. Not from a position of judgment or of another's not from a position of judgment of another's choices, but from a position of wisdom, releasing the effects of such choices. Ritual of the cartouche. Say the incantation below. I call upon Isis, who loves me unconditionally. Teach me to speak powerfully from a place of love and peace sublime. Beyond time and space, my words will shine like diamonds with beauty and strength immense. They bring divine truth and cut through pretense. Beloved Isis, initiate me into your words of power. Your healing grace descends upon me as a heavenly shower. Close your eyes and imagine that you see into your own heart a space of light opening up. Within the space of light, you see beautiful winged Isis in a blue robe of initiation, holding a cartouche, a long tablet made of precious stones and metals, with sacred symbols inscribed. Upon her brow there is a vulture headdress, and over her head the hood of the blue robe rests. She lifts her left arm, resting the cartouche against her body, and with her right arm she gestures towards you. You understand that she is motioning for you to reach out with your right hand and touch the tablet, which you do. The cartouche becomes pure energy, vibrating and pulsating with life. New symbols appear, which are the gift of divine name of power especially for you. The symbols carry vibration, and they represent the actual sound of your sacred word from beloved Isis. She motions you to reach forward and touch the tablet with your left hand, which you do, and you feel love, light and power from the cartouche, and the vibration of the symbols themselves entering your body through your left hand. As this happens, Lady Isis leans over and whispers the sacred word, her gift to you now. In your ear you hear Isis Aset, and she may or may not whisper another word or name as well. Whatever is whispered by the lady into your ear at this time is a sacred word of protection and healing for you now. Let the energy from your arm and ear penetrate your entire body as unconditional love, wisdom, light, and divine power. Breathe in and out, and when you are ready, say, "Thank you for this gift, beloved lady. May I use it with wisdom and mercy, so be it." When you are ready, just open your eyes. Incantation. You can say this incantation to bless your words and undo damage that you may have unintentionally done with your words or actions in the past. Grace of sweet Lady Isis, cleanse me now of karmic crisis, of words said in haste, their effect and cause. Help the spiritual momentum now pause. Negative repercussions now cease. All involved are filled with peace. Your name of power in the pain. Dissolve unhappiness, bitterness, and strain, creating new webs of light and healing. Divine unconditional love now revealing. Next card. What are the spiritual lessons, guidance, or gift that is coming in the near future on this matter which will help humanity move swiftly through it for the week of February 5th through February 12th of 2020? Keeping those lessons or guidance in mind will help you move through upcoming events and get your goal of healing and breakthrough most swiftly and gracefully. Magic and ritual. Crafting sacred practice. The glare. So I'm trying to get the glare out. Effect in the external world can be created through inner practice. Magic and ritual can support your divine path now in the physical world, and you are encouraged to enhance your power with regular practice. The results that you experience will encourage you to continue with the practice as you grow in power, grace, love, ability, and wisdom, and apply your inner beauty to transform your outer world. For us to grow empowered and potent on the path of ancient feminine power, we need to honor our knowing and being and cultivate sacred practice. Sacred practice becomes the habit of growing our spiritual power and consciousness. Like a garden needing regular care and watering to blossom and flourish, our inner garden of the soul, where our creativity, joy, spiritual gifts, and bliss bubble away, also needs regular attention. Coming to our practice takes strength and inner will. Even though it can feel amazing, we still have to wake up, set aside time, and discipline ourselves to show up for our own inner growth. We will reap the benefits when we do, but we must allow ourselves to fall in love with our patience, to craft something that really speaks to us so that we want to do it. The desire and discipline together help us engage with our practice regularly, and we can grow fast, so it can be quite shocking. When an initiate shows particular promise, higher guidance will often encourage that they develop a regular practice to hone their spiritual and creative abilities and more fully manifest their divine potential. They will grow faster and stronger spiritually and be able to step into spiritual healing and leadership to greater effect. You are one such soul, dear initiate, and you are being guided to prepare for this growth and authority now with your sacred practice. This oracle is guidance that you do have great power and wisdom within you, but you need to provide channels for it to flow and be active and empowered in your physical life. Sacred practice is such a channel. Without these channels, the ego is left to create on its own, which is not much fun at all. The ego believes in fear and separation, and no matter how much it may want to feel love, bliss, connection, joy, and fulfillment, it really cannot do it without your spiritual presence in life. Ritual and magic as a form of sacred practice are recommended for you as a way to bring more spiritual presence into your waking life, to heal and support the ego as you learn to create a life that feels better and brings you and others more fulfillment. Sacred practice in magic and ritual may involve any of the guided exercises in this oracle. Choose what feels good for you and experiment with what might be a regular pattern of practice for you. You are worth the effort. Remember, whatever effort you do put in will be repaid to you in wonderful benefits many, many times over. Once you've experienced these effects, it might only take a day or a week or two for the effect to show itself. You will be more committed to continue. The effects are cumulative. As you continue to practice, the positive effects continue to grow. If you have recently stated sacred practice, this oracle is confirmation that it is working well for you, and you should not to give up if you are not seeing the results that you had hoped for. They are coming to you fast. This oracle is also a confirmation that you are considering making an adjustment in your sacred practice. It might be time to do so, provided that you don't dismiss the gains you have already made with your current practice, and you remember that sometimes small changes can have big effect. Ritual and magic practice with clear intent to be of service to the highest good and to manifest through unconditional love accelerates your power and growth, particularly when it is based on what your heart truly desires. It might be about connecting more with your body, about stealing your mind, or expressing your voice of creativity. An example of the practice is outlined now, but it is simply an example. As long as your practice includes invocation or prayer to divine forces of unconditional love, provides a structure through which divine energy can flow, and it feels natural and right for you, then it will work for you. Please note that if you have pulled the Pillar of Light card together with this one, then including that ritual as the heart of your practice is recommended at this time. Sacred practice with the Lady Isis. If possible, have some music playing softly in the background and the candle handy, ready to light. Rest quietly in a space where you will not be disturbed and close your eyes. Say aloud, I call upon Isis who loves me unconditionally and my own divine self now in love, light, peace, and power. May blessings, protection, healing, and awakening abound. I dedicate my practice to divine love, so be it. Sit quietly as you listen to your music and light your candle. Say, with this candle alight, I open my practice in sacred space. You may like to sing or chant the incantation below of any favorite prayer or poem from this oracle, for example, in devotion to the goddess Isis as a way to move into your practice. I am the light divine. I am the love sublime. I am the peace beyond space and time. I am. When you're ready, close your eyes and become aware of your heart and your body, from the base of your spine down to your toes, and up towards the crown of your head until you are peacefully aware of what the inside of your body feels like with gentle awareness. Follow the breath and keep your awareness in your body. When you're ready, imagine a soft ball of pure light within your heart expanding with your breath until it fills your whole body and your energy field extending around your body. Now imagine sealing that light in a bubble of violet light and golden light in 2 layers, wide and strong around your energy field. When you have done this, gently open your eyes and place your hands in prayer position with your forefingers touching your forehead, your head bowed slightly, and say, for divine light, love, and protection, I give thanks now. I am. When you're ready, just extinguish your candle and you are done. Incantation for sacred practice. You can say this incantation in an excerpt from the ritual above as a part of your practice each morning, or independently if you do not have time for a full practice. I am the light divine. I am the love sublime. I am the peace beyond space and time. I am. So, my phone is recording and it's about to run out of time. I got like 2 minutes left. So instead of continuing on with the other cards, I'm going to do a part 2 and continue from there. If you'd like to watch it, go to my YouTube channel. It'll be there on my uploads. And thank you guys.